Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Today we are going to visit the second DLC, but similar to the other DLC, we first need to obtain a key. And unlike the third DLC key that I already have in my inventory, let's see, where is it? There. Frozen Flower is for the third DLC. Unlike this one, I also don't have the key for the second DLC, which we can, I think, find down here. I am currently in the Forest of Fallen Giants area, and this is the door leading to all these flame lizards that are, well, in this, whatever this is, like in this cave. And I think down here somewhere there is this key. Now I'm going to ignore some of these lizards. Let's see, is this the key? No, this is not the key. Is this one the key? Ooh. Okay, maybe I shouldn't ignore this because they're pushing me around. I don't even know how much HP they have. All I know is that fighting them is a total nightmare. It's not fun at all. They're pushing you around with their, well, with these attacks. I don't know. Not really fun enemies to fight. Okay, be gone. There we go. Rebel's Great Shield and the Heavy Iron Key. With that, we are able to go through the door that leads into the DLC. So let's get out of here. And travel to this thing, the what is it called, like the Taurus, the Minotaur, whatever, in the Iron Keep. Jump down these holes, get rid of the turtle dude. And not fall down into the lava. That would be nice. So I wonder how many episodes I need for this DLC now. Because from my memory, this one feels bigger than the first DLC we just went through. So I might need 3 episodes with that. Or maybe not, I don't know. Similar to the first DLC, we interact with one of these shrines and are being thrown somewhere else. Always the same looking thing. And about the architecture I'm going to talk later on. But if we have a look in these rooms, there are all these gravestones or tombstones, whatever these are. Similar on the other side, there's also this one message. The sign written here is being channeled from somewhere far away. Okay, whatever. It says basically nothing. Now we can open the door. And I guess the signs on the door are still like are the same as on the other one. Don't think. No, I don't think they're depicting anything special. I don't even know what the lower symbol is supposed to be. Yeah, who cares? And hooray, we're greeted with an elevator. Isn't that great? Fancy looking one, at least on these sidebar thingies. With the sun symbol over here, like underneath us. So let's go through. Big reveal of the area, and it looks stunning. Again, like the other area. We are met by a definitely an interesting view. So this is, I think, the Fume Tower or something like that. Is it called a Fume Tower? No, I'll see what it's called. But from here, looks destroyed, of course. The white thing is ash. It's not snow. Snow doesn't make any sense here. It's ash. And yeah, the theme is of course fire themed, similar to the Iron Keep, where the other one was poison themed. And apparently they like these towers here. Like, how many towers are there? There's one tower, one small tower. We are on the smaller tower. Is that considered a tower there? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a tower. This is the Evo tower, I would call it. And then the main tower, of course. And here we are greeted with the first mechanic kind of thing. We have this weird thingy that we don't know yet what it is, with an item inside of it, and it gives us smelter wedges, 6. Let's see what these are doing. Destroys ashen idol. It says right here. I could read the rest of the description, but it's not necessary. And then of course there is a biggest chain connecting these two areas for some reason. Like, why are they connecting these two areas? What is this chain for? Of course these are bridges for the player, but like, you wouldn't send your workers across these chains, would you? At least not if you value them. One slip and you're done with. And I wouldn't do that. Would you climb one of these chains? I doubt it. Maybe if you have a death wish. But a Brume tower. What did I say? Did I say Brume tower? I hope I did. First mechanic there. Second mechanic that we already can see. We have a few things that look like elevators that are currently not moving. At least one. This one could be an elevator. This transporting thingy here definitely looks like an elevator, and these cogwheels are not moving. So there might be some mechanism that we can activate. And spoiler, there is. And now we are greeted with the first mechanic. One of these ashen idols appears, and it does its thing, and we can't hit it, like we can't destroy it with our weapons, but we can examine and use a smelter wedge to destroy it. And this is one of the mechanics. Similar to the first DLC, they show us the mechanic right away. And we are getting part of a soul here. Soul of Nadalia, Bride of Ash, which is... Do I not have the other soul? Which is a fragment similar to the soul of Elana. Just in the first DLC we just kill her outright, and in this DLC we have to destroy multiple of these ashen idols. And I guess this is the throne. Directly thrown into the throne room. Interesting choice. But why not, right? So architecture. Exterior, right. Architecture, I'm going to talk about it when we're inside of the tower, so fairly soon. But again, this area, like, I just repeat it so that it's that I say it for the one for this one video. Like, but the architecture, like the layout of this thing doesn't make any sense. Maybe in some ways it might make some sense. But for example, this here, right? You have this elevator that goes up and down, and you have the staircase that got broken down. I wonder why it got broken down. Oh, why? Right, because this elevator goes right through the staircase. Like, imagine the staircase, it would, like, isn't broken, and this elevator would go through the architecture. Like, what the fuck? Of course, it's designed as a level and not as a functioning world, but still. Like, here you have this thing, right? Here you have this weird-ass cutout for the elevator. But with the staircase you don't. And where's the staircase supposed to end? Like, it should come down, like, similar to... Like, it loses height, of course. It loses height. And it would end somewhere here. Like at this part where all these boxes are. Ah shit, I couldn't see it. I wish I would still stand on these boxes, but yeah. Kinda weird. Was there a bonfire? Did I activate the bonfire? I hope I did. Because it means I can go back to the boxes. Now I want to see where the staircase ends. If not, I have to walk the long way, but yeah, I did. Good. See, I already can't remember that. Already can't remember what I did a few seconds before. But so, now, okay, land here, and see, the staircase is somewhere here, like it goes down like this-ish. Kinda hard to do with the dead zones, like, it should definitely stop somewhere here, but like, and here's the end, so maybe the staircase isn't connected to this platform, but some other platform down there. But that doesn't make any sense, like there's no indicator of a... Nah. Like when the staircase continues further down, let's say it overshoots this platform, it's not designed to connect to this platform right here, but to a platform down there somewhere. Then it would interfere with this strange contraption over here. Like, who the hell designed this thing? Again, feels like a fever dream. Maybe not like a dream, but it feels like a fever dream. Like the bad version of a dream, I guess. And then I can't move. Why couldn't I move there? What the fuck? I got stuck in an animation for a long time there. And then I wonder what this tower is for, where we came out of. Just to teleport people there? I guess so, because there is no connection to the ground, so this area is completely isolated. So it's using teleportation to get to other areas. Interesting. But then I ask, why not just teleport all the materials inside? But as you can see, I have a new weapon. I've upgraded the Drake Blood Sword or whatever it's called. Much better, I think. Or these enemies are just weak. Maybe both. I can see another idol over here. But you definitely need to be a bit careful with the smelter wedges, because you have currently only a limited amount, and there are currently way more idols than you have smelter wedges. Which means you need to be a bit more... You need to use them a bit more sparingly. Use them where it matters, basically. But yeah, level design is quite nice. I like the verticality of it. World design is quite shit. I don't like the nonsensical paths of it. Like, why... Like, what is this? Like, these are... This looks like they would spin, but also not, because they're like so deep in the... connected to the walls, and it looks all strange. Why would you... Like, imagine you had to work here. You would hate your job. Probably. You would probably hate your job because of all of these unnecessarily complicated design paths and such. But maybe it's fully automatic. Who knows? But yeah, we can hear, what's her name? Nadalia. You can hear her whispering everywhere, or chanting, whatever she's doing. Her spells or her curses, whatever she's doing there. And I mean, let's talk a bit about the enemies here. Like, they're just the same enemies as before, like in the previous DLC, just with a different skin and with different weapons, of course, but they're just regular soldiers. Slightly larger than the player. Nothing special. Now we can see another thing that she can do. Not only a firestorm, but she can buff these enemies. They now take significantly more hits. Get rid of the second one. And what you're doing is kind of a witch hunt. If you want to have her soul, I think, then you need to get rid of all, like you need to find all the smelter wedges, and you need to get rid of every single idol there is. Which is, I kinda like the idea of having like one of these, what is it called, Easter hunts, whatever. Like the thing that where you at Easter to Easter you're hiding like candy and chocolate and stuff so that children can find them. Is it called Easter hunt? What is it called? Like, I don't know. This fun event. Fun for kids, I guess, only. It kind of feels like it. But I'm kind of hesitant, like, to call this a well-designed DLC, because there's certainly some ways that you can't access yet, because you need to power this. Like, you need to basically you need to get the thing that is currently in there. I think this is the tower, yeah. To put it in this thing to power it, and then you unlock different areas. But it also requires you to backtrack a little bit, which I don't appreciate. I'm not a fan of backtracking. And while it's fine in this DLC, in the next DLC they basically do it for the whole area, which is meh. I mean, it unlocks more content, but you have to first go through already existing content again. Like, I don't know. Not really fun. To me, at least. I wonder what's the deal with these idiots here. Like, it's supposed to be a fun mechanic, but then like you have hollows, naked hollows on top of that, carrying explosive barrels, and if you push them or if you manipulate their movement in such a way they are walking or touching fire, they will explode. And it becomes another mechanic here. And we're also here introduced to these enemies, and these are, I don't like them. It's one of these designs where it feels like amazing on paper, but then if you actually have to play against it, you don't like it. Like, I'm not a fan of getting shot from somewhere where you can't even hurt the enemy. Let's see. Ooh, kaboom, we kill it with the help of these idiots. Which, granted, the tutorial part here is great, right? Like, the game first taught you that you can manipulate their movement paths if you're a bit patient. If you directly attack them, then and then get rid of them, then unlucky, I guess. But if you're a bit patient, you will notice that the game teaches you how to get, like, how you can manipulate them. And here you can actually use it to kill an enemy. That is very annoying. Other things like, what is this room supposed to be? I can talk about that, but the answer is, it's just built like this for gameplay purposes. Like, why would you have an open flame over here and no flame in your fireplace thingy, whatever, oven, whatever that is? And more letters. How are you supposed to transport these boxes full of material up and down these ladders? Like, you rather have staircases for that if you have to carry them by hand. If not, then you obviously can use lifts and stuff. And also, what is the purpose of having different platforms like these? Feels kinda strange to have like very thick platforms on top of that. Like one, two, three platforms underneath each other, where there is nothing on them. The answer, of course, is always to create an interesting level. But it makes the world design just more bizarre. And I don't know why. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but I don't know why they sprinkle here and there a few weapons that are already upgraded. I guess it's to show the player what upgrade level you're supposed to have at this point, like, don't tackle this area if your weapon isn't as upgraded as this one. Or maybe they just want to be nice and give you random ass stuff. But these weapons, first of all, most of them are old weapons. Like from the base game, like the Scythe here and the Cestus. Like, totally random, has nothing to do with this area. And by the way, it's not a Scythe, it's a Bardiche, but apparently From Software doesn't know their weapons. Neither do I, but... Okay, this one doesn't open from inside, it only opens from inside. Let's see, how many paths do we have? Because here we have the first split. Like, there we have a fog wall, and over here we have this one that only leads to a chest. Okay. Oh, I got shot while opening the chest. Unlucky. Cool. I guess we have to go one way. There's only one way to go, which is nice. But now you need to remember, like, why did I attack there? I pressed A. What the fuck? Or X in my case. Okay, we are in the tower again, and then we see, like, okay, there is a door that we can't access yet. There is an elevator, there's another door. We have to remember all these things. There is an elevator, there's an elevator, we can drop down there. Or we can go and go down here. Let's go down here. This is broken, we can maybe do something from here, and oh, I see what we can possibly do. If this works, this is nice designed. Ooh. Now we have access to this idiot. This is a good design. Who's opening what? Something happened here. I guess the dude fell through here. Is that what happened? Yeah. Okay. I missed this tutorial part, but... whatever, this is a nice design, I must say. Having two gaps and then you have to drop something through there. Amazing. So let's see if we can actually get to this idiot, and I can see that we can... What is this path? Like, just a random path back to this corridor. Hello there. And I guess from here we can directly drop down to her. Yeah. But I wouldn't go through here. I'd rather go through there, through this corridor. Went through there. Could have dropped down somewhere on this part, I think. From up there as well. Or something. Maybe not, I don't know. It's a labyrinth. You would imagine this one to stand up, but it never does. Which is a nice feint ambush, or whatever I would call it. And this is a bit infuriating here, the behavior of these dudes. It's obviously here to... or to incentivize the player to lure them or hurt them down there so they can do funny stuff. But their movement, like the manipulation, doesn't work as well. as one would hope. Come on, get down there. Okay. Because what you basically want to do with them, like you can see this big dude over there that emits these, like exhausts these fire, lava thingies, whatever. What you hope is that one of these dudes runs into him and explodes, but nah, not going to happen. Oh, flamethrowers ring. A bit late. But this room, man, this is not a fun room. Of course, with ranged attacks, you could have dismantled, like, or get rid of a few of these from these platforms that we could visit early on, but nah, if you don't have a ranged weapon, this is not a fun area. Luckily, I don't need to deal with them like a normal player would. Let's keep going. Such a weird design, but so far, do I like it? Not really. I mean, it's always like going through one of these areas for the first time is always an experience. Doesn't matter if the design of the area is good or not so good. Because I don't feel like the design here is good. Like, how many different enemy types do we have? 2 so far, or 3, sorry. We have one of these dudes, like the bow and fire sword dudes. Then we have a bunch of soldiers with different weapons. I count them as one, like it's the same type of enemy. And then we have the big dudes. And technically the fire barrel guys, but they're not attacking us, so I don't count them as enemies. Now we're getting introduced to another enemy type, because so far there's quite the lack of ranged enemies, right? Like we have the soldiers with a bow, we just saw one, and these bow armors are not as frequent. There's like a mage type missing here. And luckily we have one of these here. Yay. And they have this wonderful effect that is not annoying at all. And of course, on the way to these, they're not only covering each other's asses, or trying to cover each other's asses, they also have like backup. Ah, she fell down. Unfortunate. A soldier from behind. Like this is gauntlet after gauntlet. Fun not allowed. I'm kinda over exaggerating there, but it's really like, can we not just, I wonder something. No, we can't access that, can we? Come on, maybe we can. What happens if I jump? What happens if I over jump this part? Easy. Is there anything here? Of course not. Of course not. Why would there be something? Oh, another archer. Isn't that a good? And he went into melee. Stupid archer. And we have fun mechanics with these where they're jumping out of the ash. Which can be fun, definitely. They are also assassins, not only mages, but also assassins. I mean, it's kinda given because they have daggers, but still. Like, the first time they're doing this move is kinda cool. Like, they vanish in front of you and then try to backstab you. You can easily avoid that, but you need to be in the know first. Okay, a bunch of nonsensical design here and there. Just ignoring that now. Let's just go through the level. So there should be a bonfire somewhere over here. Where is it? Where is my bonfire? Bunch of stuff. This is the contraption where we need to put in the thing that powers this area. Like, the key needs to go in there, but there's still another thing that we can explore. So let's go back, because there's another path down here. And soon comes the most annoying invader in the entire series, which I kinda like. I kinda like it. Even though they made him unfair, but like, they gave this invader a ton of extra speed and stuff, where it's okay, yeah, it could have been fun, but then he starts cheating. Because we have Maldron the Assassin, who uses, obviously, a dagger. Oh no, it's a lance. An assassin using a dagger? No, he's using a lance and a great shield, of course. Like, who would use a dagger? But yeah, so it looks like a normal enemy so far. But what happens if we get him low enough? Because he's quite low. Oh! He starts running faster than a player can run, and he is gone. Like a good invader, he retreats and runs away like a coward into the safety of other enemies, I guess. Which is fine, or which would be fine. But now you have an invader in your world. And this area is cursed. Because right now, first of all, it's dark in here. That doesn't affect me because I have, like, because of cheat engine, but down here you would get cursed constantly. So you're losing a bunch of maximum HP. And then you have all of these enemies that are already buffed by one of these idols. And I think if you get rid of them, they will even stand up then, right? Yeah, they're not gone for eternity. These are standing back up when they're buffed. And there are a bunch of these guys on these wheels in the middle. And here we have the assassin waiting for us. Luckily, during this animation you are invulnerable, so I think you're invulnerable. But still, it's quite the ambush he is doing here. Which I appreciate. I guess if you can't create a good AI, you need to give the AI, first of all, cheats by giving them way too much HP and a movement speed increase when they're running away. Because Maldron is cheating. Like, he's way too fast for while he's running away. He accelerates way too much. Like, the rest of his attacks are fine, they're not cheating, but... And yay, fan service weapon right here. Majestic greatsword. just with a twist. Because it says right here, first of all, you can see it's Artorias' greatsword. Even needs the same stats or similar stats, I don't know. Unknown origin, passed down through generations, doesn't matter. Uncannily, every last one of the prominent swordsmen who inherited this weapon was left-handed. The last one, okay. Left-handed, which means when we're holding it in our left hand, the Artorias spin. And if I, how do I two-hand again? Nope. I need to get rid of this one, right? I can, yeah. Now how do I? Right. It's the Berserk spin. Okay. It still kind of looks strange if you're wielding it in the left hand. Now let's put it in the right hand and see if it has still the same moveset, which it shouldn't. Where is it? There we go. Nope. Nope. Parry. Kinda nice that you can parry with every weapon, I like that. Even though the parry frames are terrible, but still appreciated. So we got Artorias' sword. Great. Or the majestic greatsword. What it's called right here. Should I care about these items? I don't know where smelter wedges are, so I just pick up everything that I see. Ugh. Alone what? They only have one sword, right? Where is it? It was a bow? Oh yeah, that was a bow, okay. I wonder I got... no, not this sword. Is there anything special about... oh. No, wait a second. Where is... this one goes here, I wanted to test it here. Is there anything special about this sword? Because I remember liking one of the new straight swords for some reason. There's still a poke. I guess it's the wrong one here. Even though I quite like this poke here. I guess it's a longer version of the short sword. Because it also has this poke. Quite nice. Ugh, way too much. Way too many enemies. Okay, let's get out of here. We definitely need to find the power source. We need to gain access to the other tower. Because there's so much that we can't cover yet. So much area that we can't cover yet because we don't have the power source. Which means this one is locked. Not necessarily because of the missing power source, but locked nonetheless. Another +3 ring down here. And a bunch of nothing. I wonder what these water pots are for here. I mean, I know what water pots are doing, but is there an area here where you need to walk through fire? Because I can't remember if there is something like that here. At least not in reach of these fire things. Okay, where to go next? Let's see where it leads us next. Bunch of stuff, can't get through there yet. Luckily we have a shortcut there that we obviously can't access from here because then it wouldn't be a fun shortcut. Of course, a ladder instead of a staircase. And then this fun room. New mechanic. You can hit these things and they will right along the wall and potentially sometimes burning some enemies. And then for some reason, like this is an industrial area, right, where things are being like where there's a smelter and they're mining ore and making iron and stuff like this, right? Of course you need to have spikes on the wall. Like in every good industrial area you have spikes on the wall. Because you want to motivate your workers, right? That's how you motivate them. Is it this one? It's kind of hard to see, but I think it should be this one. Let's see. There's one. Okay. And then there's another one. Kind of hard to find these things, but okay, then there's this big dude here. Get rid of the chicken wing wielder. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this hunk of iron, you can, like, it's a weapon that one can acquire. And I guess it's called the chicken wing. Or chicken drum, it's not a wing. Okay, let me grab one of these idiots. Come on. Maybe you. Come on. Move it. Yes. Move it, move it. I hope they don't die when they... Can they touch the wall on purpose? Yeah, you want to stay there. No, 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 no. Turn around. The fuck? Yay. Whose idea was that? Yay, the Katarina stuff. We got the first Katarina item. Why are they following me? Don't follow me. You need to go through here. You idiots. They will burn there and explode. So that I don't get my other loot thing. Come on, I choose you. You're the chosen one. Come on, move it. This is so... stupid. Huh. Do they work better when you lock onto them? Kinda felt like it right now. Okay, yes, yes. Yes, keep moving a bit closer. Yeah, good job. What's in here? It's a nice mix. Quite good. Quite the good loot in there. I think these two are it. Like there are no more. These. It's quite missable. Like the... what's it called? The wall. That's what it's called. The wall. It's quite missable that you can destroy these walls because like the cracks aren't as obvious. I mean, the whole thing looks like it could fall apart at any moment. But there are quite a few more cracks on the wall than on the rest. So with a keen eye, you could, like, there's the potential of you finding it, I guess. And here we could finally get the key from. And of course they added artificial darkness here, like you can see, or like it's getting a bit darker than usual. And we have these dudes, which are quite a fun enemy. Like they're fairly slow. I mean they have this their leap attack where they become a bit faster than usual. But what happens if you hit them with a fire attack? Well, first of all, you're standing too close to them, they will explode and they will ignite each other. And then they can also light these torch thingies. But these torch thingies are a bit evil because they will burn you when you're standing too close to them. And they can also ignite these dudes. Like this would hurt me. Wanna run through here really quickly? Okay, they ignite them and then they become faster. As you can see, they're quite... And they also will deal like more damage to the player. Deal proximity damage, I mean. I think if you buff your weapon with fire, don't explode. Yeah, I don't have a fire buff. Unfortunate. But I think every type of fire damage will ignite them. Even if you're wielding like if you buff your sword with fire or if it's infused with fire, that counts as well. And then for some reason they have this strange mechanic here where you can, like where you have this. Oh, I can just walk over there. Okay. Just for dried. What the fuck is this? Like you have a room that is totally nonsensical here. Like completely pointless. You have a ladder connected to a room like that and then you just put a dried root in there. Just a fucking dried root. Like if you don't know what dried roots are for. Restores HP for long period. More HP restoration. Because we don't have enough. Like Estus Flask, Life Gem, Radiant Life Gem, Old Radiant Life Gem, Elizabeth's Mushroom. Then what else? Monastery Charm, cures poison and restores HP. Dragon Charm, cures poison and greatly restores HP. We have Rouge Water, restores HP and spell uses. We have Crimson Water, greatly restores HP and spell uses. We have Divine Blessing, fully restores HP and cures all status effects. Wow! And then we have Dried fucking Root. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I do have fire buff, I see. I didn't see the charcoal pine resin. No, I did. Nah, doesn't matter. Like, any more HP regeneration? Right, I forgot. This one used to slightly restore HP, small, smooth, and silky stone. And then we have, of course, don't forget the smooth and silky stone, which also restore HP. This one luckily doesn't, the petrified something. It doesn't restore HP, strangely enough. Like, I guess someone was asked, like, how many HP restorative items do we need? Or HP restoration items do we need? And the answer was just yes. How many should we implement? Yes. Yeah, but how many? Yes. And there's an invader that I didn't talk about, which is just completely random. Like, where do we need an invader here? Yes, just put some in here. Like for no reason at all. I mean, this isn't even a unique one, okay? They use like rotten pine resin or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's rotten pine resin. Let them use a poison buff on their weapon. Okay. I guess Maldron, like the assassin, is a better invader. At least a more memorable one. Because he's definitely memorable. Oh. Unfortunate. The trap that I just walked into. I guess this section is now heavily filled with sarcasm. Which is fine. Everyone likes a good share of sarcasm, I hope. I don't appreciate that I need to wait every time when I open one of these doors. And there isn't even something behind the store. Or behind these two doors. This level design is so disappointing. Like, there isn't even a point to this area other than, ooh, we gotcha. What is Recollection doing? What is this one doing? I can't remember. Where is it? What is this? So I can't remember the spell. Fire multiple dark orbs that seek their target. I can only remember the one that you get in the next DLC. Oh, this is staff. I remember the one that you cast with a chime. I don't know which one this is. I guess I need to test it later on. Now I'm curious. I want to know which spell that is. Oh, we got you again. There's an explodey boy in here. Ah, get pranked. Nothing else in here. Thanks for wasting my time. I guess you can jump down here. I guess you will end up here anyways when you go down this. Eh. Quite the fall. Yeah, I could have just... Is it? Ah, it's the one, okay, yeah. Finally! The room with the item that we all seek. And apparently they were mesmerized by them. Get it? Mesmer? I guess the end boss of the next Elden Ring DLC. Ooh, get ambushed or get attacked, whatever, by these dudes because you stole their precious smelter scepter, whatever. Ooh, who would have thought that they become all aggressive? And then we have another one. If I sound annoyed, then congrats. I'm kinda annoyed of this area. You figured it out. Why even do I need to call this elevator down? Oh, because they can put one of these idiots on one of these elevators. Thanks for letting me wait for no reason at all. Ah, this is so terrible. And guess where this elevator ends up? At which spot? Guess where it leads to? It leads to a room, so far so good, that you can only reach by... Like, who the fuck? Like, it's physically painful. Like, it really reminds me of these really old games, these very old side-scroller games where it's just like you can go only from left to right or from right to left if you're crazy enough, right? Going against the direction of reading, it's crazy, but you can only go from left to right or from right to left, and you have these random ass platforms in between so that you're not getting too bored of the level. And it just feels like that, just in 3D. Like just a bunch of nonsensical crap jumbled together so to create... What even is there? To create something. I want to see something. I just saw something that I want to inspect further. No, it's nothing. It's just nothing. Like I was looking at this thing, like this thing up there, this room thingy up there, and I wonder, like, can one go there? No, of course you can't. Of course you can't go there. Oh, like, I think I remember what spell that was. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's test it out. Let's test out what spell that is. Tune spells. I have enough stuff, like, where is it there? Recollection. Isn't it like creating this portal that shoots out projectiles, or was it something else? Like, let's put it in the right hand. Yeah, I have a Black Witch's stuff. Good. Man, the cast time is fairly long for that. I mean, this one has 120 cast time. And it's even on the quick side. I mean, this is quicker. Still takes very long. Holy shit. Now I'm remembering the casting tool that you, like, when you get her soul, like the soul of this person here, like if you get the full soul of Nadalia, you can create her chime, right? The casting tool for hexes, like for the miracle hexes. And it has such a low cast speed, like the cast speed is like non-existent. Everything takes extremely long to cast. Hooray! What the fuck is this? These are elevators, by the way. And for some reason they have like a corpse hanging underneath them. I mean, it looks nice, but kind of feels unnecessary. Maybe not. Maybe for this area it feels unnecessary. So I think this is where I draw the line. This is where I end the episode. But before that, I am... Where was the bonfire again? Was it over there? I think what I'm doing here is going back to... See how many bonfires there are still left. I'm going back to the beginning. Because we now unlocked a few more paths and I wanna go through this area from the top again. Now we can see all is working again, things are spinning. Woo! Don't be too excited for next episode. Don't get too excited for the next one. Right, let's recap things a bit. Like, let's talk a bit about this area. Like, the level design. The level design is level layout is quite nice, right? It's quite fun to walk through this area, to see what you have to do. It's quite fun. Enemy designs are kinda meh most of the time. Like, the big dudes are kinda unique and exciting, but normal soldiers really. And I guess I like the witches as well. Or the fume sorcerers, whatever they're called. Also kinda nice, except their projectiles are kinda annoying to look at least. Items, so far, nothing special. A few upgraded weapons that we already know. Wow. I got a new sword, I guess, and a few new spells, but I don't know, nothing noteworthy so far. World design, terrible, as always, in this game. Like, the implications are nice and all, and the theme is cool, and only the looks are cool too, but then again you watch out all the stuff that is like, that is this, where this place is made out of, like the paths you take and stuff. Like, it's not immersive at all. It's designed like an old game, like a platformer game almost, which you can like. I enjoy going through these places, but still, like, it's immersion breaking to me, and I wish they would think more about the world design. I mean, it's definitely possible to create an interesting world plus interesting game design. Like, you don't need to have one or the other, you can have both, which I really think that Drank's Dogma 2 will be a good example of both. good world design and good level design. But we'll see. Maybe this game turns out to be dog shit, which I don't think. Like, there's literally a 0.1% chance, or even lower, that Dragon's Dogma will underdeliver. At least for me. There's no chance that it will underdeliver. By the way, enough talk about this game. I have to end the episode here. Yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye.